Darren Waller has one of the strangest career arcs in recent memory, and he should be the tight end too, and it's not really close for me over everybody's favorite player, George Kittle. So well, let's take a step back here. First, let's talk about George Kittle. George Kittle, in 2018, burst onto the scene and put up 16.2 points per game in a tight end 2 performance, in which he broke out. And then the following year, he put up, in 2019 rather, he put up 225 points with 15.9 points per game in a tight end 2 performance. So he never surpasses 16.2 points per game, because last year, in just 8 games, he puts up 15.6 points per game. So you're looking at a very consistent option, a very consistent elite tight end, but nothing transcendent. But on the other hand, we have Darren Waller, who last year puts up 17.4 points per game in a tight end 2 performance, and he puts up 278 points overall, which is a very elite number for a tight end. And he's only gonna get better. Well, looking at Darren Waller's career, in his first 3 seasons in the league with Baltimore, well, actually from 2015 to 2018, so his first 4 years in the league, he puts up a combined less than 200 receiving yards. He's a practice squad player, a very, very, very part-time player, and he catches just 18 balls from 2015 to 2018. Then he comes into the Raiders and immediately puts up 1,000 yards in 2019. And then last year, obviously, with his very, very, very big late season run, pushes for over 17 points per game in full PPR. And with a guy like this who is uber athletic, and a guy that is on his 3rd year with this team, he could be getting better. He's turning just 29, which means he's in the prime of his career, and his best could still be yet to come. He's an older guy, but he's really young in football years. And when you're looking at a guy like Darren Waller, and you look at everyone around him, I mean, last year it was Nelson Aguilar, who was the clear number 2 option on the team. And then you had guys like Bryan Edwards contributing a little bit, Henry Ruggs, Hunter Renfrow. But now Aguilar is gone. It's Darren Waller, it's Henry Ruggs, Hunter Renfrow, and Bryan Edwards. There is nobody on this team to challenge for targets. There's a world where Darren Waller, who last year, who he had 145 targets and 107 catches, there's a world where Darren Waller goes to 110, 115 catches, and at that point, I mean, I'd expect a guy that athletic to average 13 and a half yards per reception. At that point, we're looking at a guy with 1,400 yards. Last year, he scored 9 touchdowns. In the red zone, who are they going to throw it to? Edwards, he can't separate. Henry Ruggs, he's a little speedster. Hunter Renfrow, I mean, come on. He could score 10 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns. He could have 1,400 yards. He could catch 110 balls, and at that point, he might be pushing Travis Kelce for tight end 1. Now, this is all projection, obviously, but this is a ceiling that George Kittle simply does not possess, okay? Derek Carr is a perfect quarterback for Darren Waller. George Kittle does not have the ceiling, especially with Trey Lance. I mean, he's competing for targets with Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel. He has more injury concerns than Darren Waller. There's just no world where you can rank George Kittle ahead of Darren Waller. And there really is a world where Darren Waller is the tight end 1 this year. Draft him in the 2nd round anytime you can. End of the 2nd, he's an excellent pick. If you can go, let's say Alvin Kamara at pick 3, and then get Darren Waller in the 2nd round on the comeback, that is excellent value. Excellent value. Anywhere after pick 20, Darren Waller is a value, because he is a guy that has game-winning upside. He has league-winning upside. He's absolutely incredible. He has crazy upside with nobody else on this team to catch passes. Please draft Darren Waller at pick 20, pick 22, because he is worth every single cent of draft capital you invest in him. An absolutely incredible talent that somehow could be getting better as he enters his age 29 season. Please draft him.